You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Days of Our Lives fans. We want to talk to you today about Gabi Hernandez's exit plot on Days. We have a good idea of maybe how it's going to go based on some confirmed spoilers, and we want to run this by you, see what you think, because of the timing of some key returns and when we know her exit is slated for and how far ahead they shoot. We think we have kind of narrowed down a few things, and we'd love to share this with you. If you haven't already, reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Days of Our Lives spoilers, casting news, everything you want to know about your favorite soap opera. All right, so Camila Banus is definitely leaving as Gabi Hernandez. She wrapped filming a couple of months ago back in April. And so the date of her exit or expiration is nearing. Every day it's getting closer to the last we're going to see of Gabi Hernandez. I don't feel like they're going to recast her. Maybe they think she'll come back. She did say she wants to start a family. So there's lots of reasons that Camila is leaving. She said the jump from NBC Network over to Peacock streaming was part of her decision making. So we'll have to see. But we have a couple more months of her. Meanwhile, Megan Hathaway is plotting to kill Stefan DiMera with Li Shin's assistance, and I am wondering if there's some kind of chance that Gabi is going to wind up in the death trap intended to take Stefan's life. So Megan was talking to Lee about it, and then she was on the phone talking about killing her brother, and then you remember EJ DiMera overheard her, assumed it was about him. She told him it was about Stefan. Then he's like, great, I'm going to go warn Stefan. So she assaulted him with a vase she said was a Ming vase, which clearly was from old-time pottery, because that's not what Ming vases look like. I don't even know why they had to call it a Ming vase when it did, or the person they sent to old-time pottery to buy the prop vase could have got something that looked more Ming vase-like. That just really kind of stuck in my craw, just from a, set dressing perspective. All right, so EJ knows he wound up knocked out with the not Ming vase and dragged down to the basement. I think that would be ridiculous. Miranda Wilson playing Megan Hathaway looks like she weighs about 93 pounds, and Dan Feuerregel looks like he weighs 230 is my guess. He's a big muscular guy. No way did she get him down to that secret room, but hey, there he was. And then she got him on a chair, and then she tied him up all while he was knocked out. She just must have this great core training. That's all I have to say about Megan. And of course, then Kristen came down to save him and wound up herself tied up, even though she's, twice the size of her sister. So there they sit, and it seems like because Megan doesn't want to kill them, but she can't have them warning him that she's probably going to come down there and maybe blackmail them into silence, into not warning Stefan. And then we also have the confirmed spoilers of Stefan and Gabi planning their wedding for the end of July. They want it to coincide with one of the last time they got married, but for it to be legit this time and not a business arrangement. So what we're wondering are a couple of things, is whether this July wedding is going to be the event where Megan plans to kill him, because she doesn't have all her ducks in a row yet. She hasn't figured everything out yet. So maybe, and it's almost the end of June, so we're talking like a month till their wedding. That would give Megan plenty of time to plan how to kill Stefan in a spectacular way, because, she wants to take over the world. She's not going to do this by half measures. Plus, as you know, Days of Our Lives loves wedding day mayhem. Do you remember the brawl at Brady Pub between Sammy and Nicole at Eric and Nicole's wedding? There was cake, there was a mess. There was Eve Donovan blowing up Ben and Sierra's big day. There was Chad showing up to Lucas and Sammy's wedding to bust him out as her kidnapper. And then, of course, we had Leo's drag queen husband showing up to bust up his double wedding to Craig Wesley. So a wedding incident seems probable. It seems very unlikely that Days is going to let this wedding go off without a hitch. And we have to wonder if Gabi is, all excited on her big bride day. Maybe she's not paying attention. Maybe something goes awry, but she might fall somehow into whatever dastardly death trap that Megan has planned for Stefan. That would certainly be interesting. So we know they filmed 5 to 6 months ahead, and Camila wrapped her run in April. So it should be around September for her final episodes, but that doesn't mean she necessarily has to be alive for all her final episodes. You know how they love to do beyond the grave stuff, people in heaven, people sending messages from beyond, ghostly visits, hallucinations. So just because she is appearing until September doesn't mean that she would necessarily have to be alive in September for those appearances, because, you know, Days does what they want. So she could die, but she could hang around in a coma as a ghost to torment Stefan, Megan, you know, the other DiMeras who didn't warn them. There's a lot that they could definitely do. Hey, if you haven't already, reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Days of Our Life spoilers, casting news, all the good stuff. So, all right, the other thing we know is Vivian Alamain is coming back. Louise Sorel has been shooting, and it looks like her appearance overlaps with before Gabi leaves. So I don't know if Vivian's in prison, but maybe she can get out. I wonder if she's going to get out, come to the wedding, get a day pass, break out. Who knows with Vivian? And Vivian could be the reason that something happens to Gabi. But I tend to think, based on Megan's malevolent plotting right now, that she could actually be the reason that Gabi dies. And wouldn't Stefan be heartbroken if Gabi fell into a situation that was fatal and meant for him? But then again, then we get to see the flip side of the grieving before. Remember, we got to see Gabi grieve Stefan's loss for a long time until he came back. Now we're going to get to see Stefan grieve. So there's a certain, karmic value to that. It's very interesting. I'm interested to see what they do, but we're wondering if Gabi's exit plot is going to kick off explosively and murderously at her wedding to her honey Stefan. What do you think?
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.